Good morning, Anderson. This is Mayor Tom Broderick, and I'm out at our City of Anderson Transit System Center. We all know as CATS, and I'm with our general manager, Merle Jones, and his entire team. We're going to meet these guys all here in just a second, but right behind us, as you can see, are brand new CATS buses that we've just recently taken delivery of. And right now we are anticipating 9 new buses coming online with the City of Anderson Transit System, something we've needed for quite some time. The 2 that are behind me right now are the first 2 that we've received in, and we're anticipating getting 5 more before the end of this year. Some will come in November, some in December, which will give us enough for the 7 routes that we presently have here in the city. And then we'll be receiving 2 more a little bit later into the first of the year, which will basically be backup buses for us in the event that we need those. So we'll have 9 total. And so I'm here with Merle. It's got to be kind of finally an exciting day.
Very exciting. I want to thank you, the Mayor of Anderson, Indiana, David Ikes, and Brad getting them for us. And I think that was about it, but they're good-looking buses, and we look forward to putting them out in the street as early as tomorrow.
Well, we're looking for that. I know your customers are, and I certainly know your bus drivers are. We're very fortunate to have a great group of folks under your leadership and the rest of the team that works hard every day to help get these folks from one place to the other safely. And, of course, in addition to our CATS buses, we also have our Nifty Lift service, and we run 4 of those, correct?
7.
7.
Yeah, we're hauling about a little over 20,000 a year in Nifty Lift, 120,000 on the buses.
And I know that, again, our older buses that a lot of folks see driving around are literally on their final wheels, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
So I know our customers are going to be super excited about seeing the new buses come online, and I know our bus drivers will be too. So I want to thank you for everything you do and what you've done for the CATS. I know you've done this for a few years now, and you do a great job, and we certainly appreciate everything. So thank you, Merle.
Thank you. I did forget Travis. Travis is a big head up out here too. He does a tremendous job for us.
Well, I appreciate that, and he absolutely does. And so kind of go down the line here. Next up, thank you, Merle. Next up is Leo Williams. Leo is the director out here, and Merle's the general manager. And so, Leo, how exciting is it today to have this, and what are the drivers saying about all this?
It's very exciting, and the drivers are happy because they feel like they're gonna be in something that's new, and they will be, and it's just a great thing. I'm happy because the style of the bus, how they look, and I know the drivers will be just as happy.
Well, I certainly hope so. I think that's going to be the case. We looked for quite a while. These particular buses were manufactured by a company by the name of Hometown Trolley out of Wisconsin, and they are very good at their craftsmanship. They're actually the same folks that did our city trolley bus, but these folks it literally is handmade from scratch, and they do a great job, and it's taken a while to get them because of some supply chain issues. The good news is that we were able to get 80% funding from the federal government for these, with 20% coming from our general funds. So congratulations again on what you do and everything that all of your bus drivers do as well. Thank you,
Mayor.
Next gentleman over here is Brad King. Brad is our long-term planner with the city attached to the City of Anderson Transit System. And Brad is responsible for making sure that we not only get the money, but also making applications to the federal government, which is a pretty intensive procedure. So you might talk a little bit about the funding on these buses and some other things we're looking at down the road.
Yeah, so these come from a 5307 plan from the FTA, and like you said, we do an 80-20 split with them covering the 80%. We will do some of this from monies that were saved up from COVID and the American Rescue Plan, and then that pushed some of our normal 5307 funds forward. So that's why we were able to get all 9 of these coming this year.
And I think we talked a little bit a second ago, so we're thinking 5 more will come yet this year.
Yeah, we think about 5 more, 2 in November, hopefully 3 in December, and then the final 2 in January of next year.
And that'll give us a total of 9, and we currently have 7 routes.
Yeah, that'll give us a chance to either rotate 2 in, make all 9 last longer, or have 2 backup.
And I know we didn't talk about this off camera. We can talk a little bit about it on camera. We're obviously been looking also at changing a few of our routes to make them a little bit more efficient and more relevant to the traffic today. I know there's a procedure to go through, but you might talk a little bit about what we need to do to when it comes to changing routes. I know once in a while people say, why are you driving through, an old grocery store that's no longer there, for example. But we just can't willy-nilly change those things, unfortunately.
Yeah, so a route study will include like where the traffic is, where people are going, where people need to be going, but it'll also include public participation. So the public will get a chance to be like, I missed the bus here, or I always get the bus, or whatever that input is going to be.
One of the things we're excited about too with the advance of technology is that with these new buses, of course we have our new terminal downtown. That's the hub of where these buses centrally locate once they leave out here, which was off of Del Keith Jones Boulevard out here right behind us. They end up down at the bus terminal, and that's where a lot of people either change off and go from the north side to south side or the other way around. But also we're going to have the capability of people be able to download an app on their phone to be able to track where a particular bus is at a particular time. That way, if you're standing on a corner and you're waiting for the bus, you'll see how far out it is. At the same time, if you're at the bus terminal, we'll likewise have similar capacity where you'll be able to look at a screen and see where the buses are, and that way you'll know what your wait time is, which is going to be kind of cool.
Oh, that'd be really great. We've partnered with Peak Transit, who works with a couple other Hoosier transit agencies, and they'll be able to provide us with a kind of behind-the-scenes look at those routes, but the public will be able to download an app on their phone, and we'll be able to put the route map up at the terminal on one of the screens there.
Well, that's going to be definitely going to be exciting. I know everybody's going to really like that. So, Brad, thank you for everything that you do, and we certainly do appreciate that. So, thank you.
Mayor.
Thank you. Jim, how you doing, buddy?
I'm fine. How are you?
Okay, I tell you what are the bus drivers thinking when they see these new buses?
They really like them. They like them a lot better, a lot more than they did now that the graphics is on. They look real good.
So obviously when these came in, they came in all white, and so we were working on something that, kind of new and modern and shiny, but at the same time, something that'll stand the test of time. These buses will be in service for several years, and so we wanted something that would be eye-catching and,
Right.
and going to try to keep off a lot of the advertisement that we've seen in the past. I think that sort of takes away from our city buses, and even though we lose a little revenue over it, the reality is I think it's going to make a cleaner look for the city in general.
It will. I'm ready to get rid of the graphics on the. It's it was more money for the city, but it just got to where it didn't look good.
Yeah. Well, we, again, can't thank you enough, and I'll make sure you pass along to all of the bus drivers how much we appreciate what they do. I know that CATS has prided itself over many, many years, and again, with the leadership of Merle and the rest of the team, of having compassionate drivers who work. We have a lot of folks that travel on our buses that have disabilities. We have a lot of folks that need assistance getting in and out. Maybe it's just generally an age issue, and these folks are always willing to jump out and help and get them on board safely and get them to their locations. So thank you again for everything you and your team do.
You're very welcome.
Travis, so it's been a long, this has been a long road, hasn't it?
It has.
I hate to almost say how long we've been working on this, but it's probably 4+ years, maybe close to 5. It was actually pre-COVID.
Yes, it was.
And
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah. So similar questions, I guess. Really, I know you've had a lot of contact with the drivers, and I know they'd love to have them all at one time. We'd like to have it that way too. But talk a little bit about what you think the impact of this is going to be for both the customer and the driver.
Well, the drivers are definitely looking forward to having new buses. They're a lot better shape. They're not as beat up as the old buses because the old buses are past their useful life. So they're all excited. They're all trying to fight over to see who's going to get which bus. It'll be a great thing for the passengers because, again, with the old buses being out of useful life, the new buses coming in, they'll have a better heating, AC conditions. The seats are better. The suspension's nowhere near as worn as the old. So it'll handle better. It'll have a smoother ride, be a lot easier on the passengers.
I know in a little bit here we'll go in and thank you to to Chet and Oscar, Anderson TV, for being here today. We'll go inside the buses here in a minute and sort of look at some of the cool amenities in there and see the interiors. It's just really great to have these. I know, again, we've been talking about it for quite some time, and it's taken a while to get them, but now that we've got them here, I think it's going to go over really big.
I definitely agree. The new buses are going to be huge. I think everybody's looking forward to them, from the drivers to the public, all of us in the office. It's been a long process, like you stated, and we're just excited for them to finally start coming in so we can get them on the road and make it a little easier on our drivers and passengers to get around town.
All righty. Well, on behalf of the City of Anderson, let me thank all of you for all of your efforts, everything you guys have done, and what you're going to continue to do. We didn't talk a lot about Nifty Lift other than a little bit, but we continue to run the Nifty Lift service, and I was corrected on 7 different Nifty Lift transits, so we're able to move people on a case-by-case basis as they call in and make appointments. And then, of course, we'll continue to run our bus routes 6 days a week. So stay tuned as we bring in more buses. And thank you again, guys, for all you've done. And please, again, make sure that on behalf of the city as a whole, we thank all of the drivers for everything that they do.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.